I had cash manager and MYOB, and I was pulling my hair incredibly. A friend of mine put me onto accounts online, and I have never looked back. Basically, the fact that it was things were coded, things were memorized, when things were set up, it became so easy. When I was doing cash manager, I had to have an accountant specifically in charge, and the reconciliations were a nightmare. Sometimes she couldn't find the accounts, and it was hours and hours and hours. With the new system, it takes me 5 minutes I don't actually do it every week, nor every 2 weeks. I might spend 5-10 minutes a month. Time saving is amazing. Busy people like me, we do not have the time. I am marketing manager. I am operations manager. I am top chef. I'm also my finance manager, obviously. Top gardener. I do everything. So I do not have time for time-consuming occupations, and I do not have a business which is large enough to devote specific resources to this, to the field of finance. If I can do my accounting very quickly, very easily, and my help is one call away or one text away, then I can do all the rest. And I can be, jack of all trades. I shifted across way into my financial year. So we had to enter 2, 3, 4 months of accounts, which were really bank statements. And that was done so easily. I couldn't believe it. And then I spent, let's say, a few hours training with Leanne, and that again was very easy. She actually memorized, went through codes, organized them, and rationalized things for me. She actually set up my different accounts. With Cash Manager and MYOB, it was very difficult to separate different accounts and to merge them. All of a sudden, I had 2 credit cards. Now I have 1 barter card, and my normal banking account, operating account, merged into one. Easy, easy, easy. How easy can that be? I push a button and I get my GST results. I push another button and I have an audit. So if I have miscoded anything, I can find it. I've been very, very hesitant about the web-based programs. Accounts Online manages and promotes Xero, which is something of an improved MYOB or things like that. But it lives up there in the web. Imagine your computer breaks down. How do you access your accounts? The advantage of Accounts Online is that it is resident on one of my computers. And all my dependence on the internet is 20-second download every 2-3 weeks. And I have my accounts at my fingertips. And I can fax them, or I can email them across to my accountant, to Leanne Powell from Accounts Online, for her to review if everything is right before I submit my end of year tax accounts. What can be easier? She can pick up mistakes very, very quickly. She goes through it, and her ability and her expertise is incredible. So you just hand over the computer. She takes over, things are sorted, work done. A remote access just makes it very easy if you have a little bit of an issue. Let's say, for example, I have 3 entities. I run Accounts Online. My operating business, which has 2 credit cards and a barter card, all of that downloads into one set of accounts. Credit, profit and loss statements, cash flows, everything at a touch of a button. And I also have 2 trusts, Gloria Poupard-Wallbridge Family Trust and a Poupard Family Trust. And there are intercompany transfers, fund transfers. So those sometimes are complicated. And the fact that Leanne or anybody at Accounts Online can take over my computer and sort out the status of these transfers, intercompany transfers, makes it very easy. That is a huge level of complication. Think about it. You're lending money from one entity to another, then they're refunding money from the entity that borrowed to the entity that lent you the money. It can be a nightmare. Again, remote access is incredibly easy. And Leanne will come up to Auckland every so often, we'll make a time and she'll pop in to check that everything is working well. So again, support is there all the time. Basically, this is something all small businesses have to be ready for. Anytime you can have a health problem, something like that, you have been running your business to the best of your ability, given market circumstances. These are things you cannot control. In a small business like mine, because I live on the premises, I put just about everything through the business. I cannot pay myself a salary because the business is not large enough to justify it. So I take drawings. Leanne looked at my business model and told me, listen, Gloria, this could be a very profitable business if you want to sell it. All you have to do is just take out all of these personal expenses, all the things that you're actually loading onto the business because you live on the premises, because it's easy for you. You remove that clutter and all of a sudden look at your real financial statements and accounts. You have a profitable business which you could sell easily. So knowing what to put in and just what to take out, the things you load onto the business which actually affect your bottom line, this is precious. Having been able to sit down with her, have a look at it. And I have a set of accounts which proves just how well my business can work for anybody else wanting to take it over. Right now, I have the second set of accounts where I load everything in because that's what I do. And that is because you have Leanne Powell's support. She will sit with you and analyze the structure of your business and examine the business model you have chosen. What they have done and Wayne has done is work with BankLink, which is a system that all the accountants, without telling you, have been using for years. And they would make your life impossible. You'd give them accounts and they would just charge you through the nose for entering them when all they had to do was just download your bank statements into BankLink. So he took this system and transformed it into a user-friendly, small company user-friendly system. And it is set up in such a way that the different accounts can be submitted directly to IRD. You have a way of tracking. You have what we call the GST audits and the tax audits, which you can do very easily. Push a button, get the GST account. Push another button, get your audit trail. You can do it on a chronological order or you can do it by accounts. I do it by accounts for my own personal use. I would submit the chronological order to the IRD for inspection. And the system that allows you to do the intercompany accounting as well allows you to actually put together sets of accounts which are very, 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 very solid and the IRD will accept easily. So basically, I have an accountant, my use of accountants is only comes around when I have to lodge my end of year taxes. That's the only time I really need an accountant.
Your skills plus our expertise equals stress-free accounting. Phone us today for our latest special offer. Free phone 0800 2222 68.